Let's talk about the jobless claims report mentioned in lesson 1 from earlier this year that really threw off the data. You have James Bullard who says, blow out the jobs number, unemployment's ticking down, 50-year low. Okay, it would help if we had clarity around the jobs numbers. On February 3rd, the jobs report was released, and this correlated to exactly when rates started trending upward. I want you to remember this date, February 3rd, the date when the jobs numbers were released. So what happened? The jobs report came out and it showed unemployment rate dropped to 3.4%, and the household survey showed 894,000 jobs created. At some point, logic must come into play. 894,000 jobs? Really? Who is hiring all these people? All we've been hearing about is layoffs. So who is hiring almost 1 million people? Well, the real answer is nobody. Any guesses why? Because it was an adjustment. If we take a look at the BLS job report, you will see the fourth number down in the first column on the left. You'll see that 894. The problem with this number is people don't read the charts or reports. They look at the headlines. We dig through this information to gain valuable insight. There was something called, check this out, population control adjustment. Any thoughts on what this might be? Well, they picked up undocumented workers from 2022. Early 2022, now once you think these revised numbers would, when you find a mistake, you'd simply revise the 2022 numbers? Nope, not so fast. They put all of the 810,000 jobs in the 2023 number. If they were to remove this figure, there were only 84,000 jobs created, not 894,000 jobs. Just a slight adjustment. What was 4 days after this release? Yes, you're correct. The State of the Union address. Sure was nice to show 894,000 jobs created in unemployment rate at 3.4% at the State of the Union address, when actually the real number would have been more like 3.9% unemployment. That's the real story, my friends. Now, where are these jobs coming from? And people might be saying, oh, look at all the jobs that were created. No, we're not actually creating all the jobs. We might be just getting them back. Look at what happened to all the folks in leisure and hospitality, and they took a huge hit. They had almost 17 million jobs in their industry, and then of course, you can see COVID hit. Then their jobs get cut almost in half. Almost 8.5 million jobs lost. Now in the past 3 years, what have they been doing? Putting people back in these jobs. But this is where a significant portion of the job growth has been on the jobs report. Notice we're looking at the chart. We're almost back to where they were pre-COVID. So how much more juice is going to be squeezed from this sector? The job growth is starting to run out of gas. You're going to stop seeing these gains. Now let's take an analogy from hockey great Wayne Gretzky. We should be skating to where the puck is going, not to where the puck is at. If most of job gains growth is in leisure and hospitality, then let's look forward. Let's look at the help wanted. If you look at the job openings in this area, this has been the engine to job growth. Openings have declined by 280,000 over the past 2 months. This is running out of gas, my friends. And when it does, job gains will stop. I want to show you something really quick. Let's go back and look at when yields started to go up, when the bond market fell apart. Here's the bond chart. These are mortgage-backed securities. This is when the February 3rd jobs report came out. By the way, great time in a lock on February 2nd, the day before, at the very peak, we set the lock to give you some perspective. Boom, look what happened since then. We've clawed back some of the lost ground, but this was after the jobs report, the following day. So if we look here at February 2nd, the jobs report on February 3rd, and then we fell off a cliff because of the jobs report. but the job report was not 100% true and accurate. There's no other way to put it. The market didn't understand the report. However, it responded negatively to the strong yet inaccurate jobs number. And now we have suffered because of it and have seen higher interest rates. The rates have tried to come back, but we've lingered around here. I'm telling you, things are gonna change. And if you look at the 10-year Treasury yield, you'll see it clear as day. When you look at February 2nd, now look at February 3rd, check the numbers, the inaccurate job numbers that is, comes out, then the yields go skyrocketing from roughly 3.3 to 4.05. Okay, so that's a pretty hefty jump. This is what I meant earlier from our previous lesson about where there's a little hiccup in the February jobs numbers. So where are we now with jobs? The highly anticipated jobs number is out for May, and it was a blockbuster. That's not good news for bonds, but on the other side, the unemployment rate moved up significantly. In addition to that, we saw the earnings decline. This is an inflation component. So one bad to two good news. That's not so bad, right? So if you found this information on this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends who might be in the home buying process. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more information, mortgage strategy content. See you on the next video.